Good morning, children. Welcome back to your social studies class. Today we are here to continue with the topic Indian Physical Features Part 1. Before I proceed, let us revise in brief our previous explanation. Children, I hope you all have learnt 7 major physical features of our country along with the Himalayan region consisting of 3 parallel ranges. We have also learnt in the previous chapter, that is landforms of the world, how the mountains are formed. Am I right? Yes. Let me brush up again that the Himalayas are the youngest mountain ranges when compared to other major ranges of the world. And they are also the highest ranges in the world. These Himalayas were formed because of the collision of Indian plate with the Eurasian plate, as I explained you earlier, and this you will be studying in detail in higher classes. The Himalayan range is a broad continuous chain of mountains starting from west to east, that is Indus Valley in Pakistan, to the Brahmaputra Valley in the east, and it measures about how many kilometers? 2400 kilometers. Imagine, from your school to Big Bazaar it is hardly 1 kilometer, and it is more than that, 2000, it is 2400 kilometers. How long it is, you can imagine. We have also learned that the Himalayas consist of 3 parallel ranges: the Greater Himalayas, the Lesser Himalayas, and the Sub-Himalayan range. The Greater Himalayas are also called Himadri. The Lesser Himalayan range is also called Himachal, and the Sub-Himalayan range is also called Shivalik. So today we are going to study in detail about all these 3 ranges: Himadri, Himachal, Shivalik. The first and the foremost range, children, is the Himadri, that lies in the northernmost part of India. The Himadri lies in the northernmost part of India. When we take the pics from above, it looks like this. Children, would you like to know why they are called Greater Himalayas? Yes, they are great because their height is more than other Himalayan ranges. In fact, they are higher than other ranges of the world. It has the loftiest peaks of the world, highest, tallest peaks of the world lie in this range. The 2 highest peaks of the Himalayas. You know which is the highest peak? Yes, Mount Everest. The Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and the 3rd highest peak, Kanchenjunga, also lies in this range. Do you know the height of Mount Everest, children? It is 8,848 meters. Imagine the room you are sitting. Its height is not more than 4 meters. In between 4 to 5 meters, you can imagine. But these are more than 8,000. The highest peak, Mount Everest, is more than 8. It is 8,848 meters. And most of the peaks in these Greater Himalayas are above 600 meters. You can now imagine how heighted they are. Hope you got why we call them as Great Himalayas. Now you can know the reason for calling them even Himadri. Himadri term is made from Him plus Adri, a Sanskrit word. Him means snow and Adri means mountains. So the word Himadri means snow mountains or mountains of snow. Now you may think that these mountains are made of only snow and ice. Am I right? But no, children, it is not so. They are like other mountains. Even these are made from rocks and compressed soil. The only difference is it is covered with the thick layers of ice and snow. That is the snow line which is between 4,000 meters to 6,000 meters. Imagine how thick layer of ice it is covered with. That is why they are called snow-cladded, isn't it? Now, what is snow line? It is a level on a mountain above which some snow and ice covers the ground for the whole year, perennially you can say. Not only in winter season, but whole year you can see it covered with the ice. It's a level of ice and snow above the rocky part of the mountain. The highest peak in the world, that is Mount Everest, also lies in this range. But it is not in India. It is located in Nepal and China border. But the third highest peak, that is Kanchenjunga, lies in our country, that is Sikkim state. And most of the peaks of Himalayas are very difficult and challenging to reach, children. No doubt, mountaineers have climbed these peaks. As the saying goes, nothing is impossible. And this was proved by first climbers of Mount Everest. That is, who were they? Do you know? Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. They were the first to climb this Mount Everest, 8,848 meters height. No doubt later many others succeeded even in climbing after taking the proper training and guidance. These mountaineers, children, they have to undergo a tough training. If you are really inspired and even you want to fulfill such challenges, you have to undergo the training and fitness routine. As you know, the temperature here is extremely low, less than minus 17 degree even in summer. So I hope this is clear what is Greater Himalayas and why they are called Greater and why they are even called Himadri. Now let us move to south of this Greater Himalayas or the Himadri range. Now you can guess which is the range south of the Greater Himalayas. Yes, exactly. The Lesser Himalayas. Even they are called Himachal. Himachal range or Lesser Himalayas. Now children, let me explain why they are called Himachal or why they are called Lesser Himalayas. See, as we compare to your one number, that is Greater Himalayas, this two number, that is your Himachal range, is not that wide. Its width is very lower than the first one, Greater Himalayas. Secondly, they are also not that high like Greater Himalayas. The peaks are not that high like Greater Himalayas. As it is lower in height compared to Himadri range, hence we call them Lesser Himalayas. And they are called Himachal because major part of this range is covering the state of Himachal Pradesh. Himachal word is again made of two words, children, Him plus Anchal. Him means snow, as you all know. It is, and children, Anchal is Hindi word that means the decorative end of a sari. So even Himachal is the most beautiful part of Himalayan ranges. You can have a delightful experience visiting this range. As you might be knowing, the most tourist friendly range it is because of beautiful hill stations and valleys over here and beautiful grasslands. In fact, grasslands also are here. We have few railway lines and roads over in this area. Though it is not easy to build many railway lines over here, but still this range is reachable as they are not too high and the snow is melting during summer season when the climate becomes quite pleasant. The hill stations lying in this range are Kullu Manali, Shimla, Ranikhet, Lansdowne, Mussoorie, Dalhousie, Nainital, Dharamshala, Darjeeling. If you want to know the states in which they lie, Shimla, Kullu Manali, they are in Himachal Pradesh. Ranikhet, Lansdowne, Mussoorie, they are in Uttarakhand. Dalhousie again is in Himachal Pradesh. Nainital in Nainital in Uttarakhand, Dharamshala again Himachal Pradesh, and Darjeeling is in West Bengal. This range is called Pir Panjal range. The same range is called Pir Panjal. If you go to Jammu and Kashmir, Pir Panjal, we call it as Pir Panjal, and the longest railway tunnel of India is built across this range. If you would like to see the tunnel, how the tunnel looks, here is the tunnel, children. See, this is the tunnel. So long tunnel is built across this range. It also has many passes like Banial Pass, and as I told, it has even beautiful grasslands. Now let me show even the hill stations of this place. As I told, Shimla, Kullu, Manali, they all lie in this range. See, it is suitable for cultivation also. See, you see dense forests over here. Good forests are growing here. These forests also belong to this region. Hill stations. Here you can see Mussoorie, Nainital, Almora. Beautiful valleys are lying in this range. Kashmir, Kullu and Kangra. These are the valleys in the Himachal range. I hope this is clear to you now. Children, previously you have studied what is a valley. Yes, it is a low-lying area between the mountains. So here I have shown you the Kashmir Valley, Kullu Manali, Kullu Valley and Kangra Valley. And this range covers the states of which states? Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, and last it extends towards Nepal, that is not in our India. So you can remember till Uttarakhand. The width of this range is 80 kilometers. Width in the sense breadth. See, one number is broader than two number, and two number width, breadth you can say in maths, is only 80 kilometers. And the height of the peaks in this range is between 3,700 meters to 4,500 meters. Unlike Greater Himalayas, they were having height more than 6,000 meters, but these are less than 4,500 meters. I showed you it is covered with forests, thick forest, because the climate is suitable to grow for growing of trees over here. I hope you have understood the chapter, children. And before I conclude, I would like to say that we will be continuing in the next part of our explanation with the third important range, that is outermost range of the Himalayas, that is Shivalik range. Keep learning, children. Have a great time. Thank you.